Okay, so I have to start being more confident. Don't mind about what people will think about it when you know, and be more outgoing and speak more with people that I don't know. I be less shy.
Oh,
Okay?
Okay, well, I didn't do one about my wedding because that's gonna happen anyway. But so I have this problem that I like being by myself, and I don't like socializing a lot. But when I do, I do. So I have being more involved in my friendship and become more reliable. So I put be more involved, become more open to new friendships, and make more time for others because I don't do that as much as I want to. So yeah.
Yes, from here on, I'm going to pray a little bit more every day so God can work in me, so I can become a little bit less humble and, and just go towards my goal, bottom line.
So what I'm gonna work on is have more measurable goals because I feel like I do have goals but I don't measure them. And through that, I just have to just do it and stop saying I'm gonna do it. And that's it. Yeah.
So my goal was to be a successful life coach, and my obstacles were fear of failure, lack of money, stability, and self-doubt. So I vowed to myself that I will be fearless and take risks. I will be okay with sacrificing what is in order to receive what will be. And that I will be confident in all of my God-given abilities because He makes no mistakes. And if this is what I feel in my heart that I'm meant to do, He put His part, I have to put mine.
Melissa. Crystal.
Oh, Crystal. Listen, the mic out there. Crystal, come over here, girl.
Yes. Hi. I'm going to be more disciplined. I'm going to be more outgoing and more focused to accomplish my goal.
So my goal is to become financially free. I don't want to work anymore in something. What I'm doing right now, I love what I do, don't get me wrong, but do I want to do it for my whole life? No. I want to focus on singing, I want to focus on crafts, I want to focus on traveling and doing the things that I truly love to do and what makes me happy. So I want to become financially free. I want to own my own buildings and let that money make itself back. I think that's the true meaning of wealth. I'd like to sing, obviously, and just to let things go. Sometimes the little things, we get so caught up in all these little things, and I think that you should wake up in the morning with that blank slate, not like as soon as you get into your car and you're like sitting in traffic, you're like, God damn it, you're like this traffic, and then kind of it carries through to the rest of your day. So I think just reminding yourself that you have that blank slate is so important. And so this is my blank slate, and it's me waking up every morning and just being thankful for having a home, being thankful that I have an amazing job, and being thankful that I have the opportunity to sing because we live so close to the city. And these birds represent me letting it go, letting everything go.
So what I wrote behind my canvas is my goals is build the future, financial freedom, build talent, recruit talent, provide for families, be a better person, friend, father, companion, and businessman. Like everyone else, we battle the same thing with time, experience, and money. Starting immediately, I will be strong, I will be passionate, I will make time, I will learn, I will be coachable. A lot of people lack, to be coachable. We have to accept that. We have to accept, learning experience from other individuals. We have to learn how to accept criticism. We have to learn how to take advice. Sometimes we got to put our pride and ego and put it in our back pocket. It's very important that we learn these things. My most important goal, and I hashtagged it, is pretty much create change. every day we should be able to change something to make ourselves better. Every day. Every minute, every second, how can I create change to make things better? For not just for myself, but for everyone who's around me. So, that's about it for Lou. But, create change.
Awesome. That was awesome. So I stuck to my goal of owning 2 properties, but I mean it goes way further than that. As you can see from the front, I drew a little earth and I titled it my name, Milad's World. And the world has a few words around it, and so does the moon. The moon goes, I get to, not I have to. And that revolves around the earth. And the earth says, I get to have passion, I get to have love, I get to have family, I get to live, I get to be responsible, and I get to have determination. And that's mine.
Nice.
Okay, so out of this whole experience, what I got more out of thing is my goals, which I already said was the house next year and all the things that kind of blocks it for me, my barriers. So I'm going to be basically prioritize my time more, and then that actually helps me in when I prioritize my time, I make sure that I put down what my, like the money, the finding the house and finding everything, and to actually reach that goal. So to be more focused, make the time, have the motivation, goal oriented. That's basically what's gonna get me to all the goals that I have, not just the main one, but even the little ones that I want to get to.
Well, my canvas here says it's everything I need to focus on. I have quite a few things here. But anyway, it starts with gifts. I want to get Christmas gifts. Faith, love, hope, family, travel, health, music, Jesus, forgiveness, excellence, family, friends, all of these good things that we all search for.
Okay, so I didn't elaborate much, but I'm a real estate broker, much like yourself. Even though I've made a lot of money, I guess you could say, it's not the thing that I wake up excited to do. I'm not crazy about it, and I know that if I were to put 100% into it, I could explode. But the problem remains where that passion thing, if it's not motivating you and pushing you, and it's just tough, it's tough. So what I'm passionate about actually is I desire to have a nonprofit for girls where we can impact their lives, and we're all adults here, and we have habits that's very difficult to break at this age, but not when you're 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12. And I just think that if we were to be able to come together as a community and have role models for younger girls, we can make a difference in people's lives that you have no idea where it will take them when they get older. So ultimately, that's my goal. And so what I wrote down is that I need to focus, and I need to remember my why. I need to remember who I'm doing this for. I need to make a plan. I need to save the money, right? And I'm going to focus on learning one thing per day.
So, one of my goals, well, I made this canvas to remind me every single day who I am and where I'm coming from. And a lot of it has to do with encouragement, because I'm the type of person who always doubts myself about everything that I do. I'm not really confident with everything that I do, and that's okay. Sometimes you act like it, but at the end of the day, through achieving your goals every day, building yourself up every day really helps, and that's what I've been doing through my past experience. So what I'm going to do with this especially is put it on, because I have my own desk, and this is to remind me every single day of who I am and where I'm coming from and what I'm going to do for the future and for myself. So I believe this will definitely help and influence a lot of people who come to my desk, who ask questions. I would love to be an influencer to everybody who I come across.
Okay. So here it is. This is where I'm gonna go. The super duck. And that's a gift for Danny and Brantley to put in the new office.
Oh, nice.
I'll take the picture, keep this with me, you know what that means. It means always push to go to the next level. To be the duck, wiping, water, don't let nuts stick in it, we'll keep moving forward. So, here it is. I hope you see you in your office.
One of my goals in my life is to have my own business, that I said before. And I need more focus because I started to do 100 things and I can finish anything focus. And it saves money because it's hard to start something and you don't have money. And I need time for that, and I need to stop and check my priorities in my life, and I have to do that.
Something that I'm going to commit to right away. I mean, I feel like a lot of us have a lot of goals and things we want to do. Me specifically, there's a lot of things that I aim for, but not necessarily get them, right? So I think before committing to something, I think it's important that what I'm committing to is really looking at the have to and get to. So I think when you really distinguish that and say, well, I have to go to work this morning, I have to go to work in the morning, I have to make these calls, I have to meet this client, just sit back and take a second and say, well, I get to do these things, and then you're more intentional about what you're doing. So just committing to implementing that into everything I do, whether it's doing a business transaction or just committing to this event today, right? Waking up and saying, I get to go to Danny and Brantley's event versus having to. So.
Hi. So my goal is to become an energy healer in I did lots of things on my canvas. I put a butterfly because it's a symbol of transformation, and so I put some goals like focus, studying, sharing love, practicing, connecting with people, organize myself, grounding, help people, raise souls, and that's my commitment to do this every day and work on it to reach my goal.
So I'm committing to being consistent, determined, and focused. And this is for my school goals, but this applies to everything. I think most importantly, it's important to be consistent. It's easy to start anything, but I think it's mostly important to keep going and just never stop.
Alright, so for the next 3 exercises, we're going to do that's everybody's sort of whoa. Alright, so we'll end it with one big 2 clap, and that's all, guys. Ready? Wait. I want to be in this. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's get a picture of me, come on. For your new office, repeat the duck training. Sign, then you
Yes.